People. I told you it was about to go down. What we're about to do now was watch the fight. Canelo Alvarez, Triple G2. And I told you to get your scorecards from the website. So if you have not taken the initiative to go out there and get your scorecard so you can score this fight, make sure you do. Not only are we going to watch the fight, but I'm going to break it down round by round. I advise you guys to turn the sound all the way down if you ever plan on really enjoying watching a fight without HBO swaying what you're seeing. So, with that being said, I'm gonna turn my TV down, and you know this is a stream that I have on pad. But for you guys who did watch it and didn't get a chance to watch it, this is your opportunity. And I told you to go up to MasterBoxingLLC.com, get your scorecard. Basically, all this is your round by round. You do a 10-9 point system. In the sport of boxing, you would do 10 for the winner of the round, 9 for the loser. If there's a knockdown, of course you knew it wasn't a knockdown, you give them a 10-8 round, so on and so forth. If you have any questions, drop them in the comment box below and hit the love sign so I'll know that someone's leaving a comment that they need an answer to. Other than that, I'll read all the comments after this. But this is going to be a very insightful breakdown. I actually watched it and then rescored it yesterday, so I wouldn't have to do it during, but I will go through how I came to my decisions per round. And if you're interested in knowing something specific, like I said, for those who have just joined, make sure when you come up here with your score, or if you're not sure about something in the round, just leave a comment and then hit the love so I'll see the red opposed to just a bunch of likes or something. So I'm going to hit it right here as soon as it starts on HBO. We're going to stay timely. What's up, family? We're going to stay very timely with this and keep it kind of in sync. But right now it's live on HBO and it's going to be playing right here. And if you're watching it, those who just joined, you're going to do your scorecard and make sure that you stay on point with how we're going now, because I'm going to break it down. I'm going to show you how you score a fight, and if you're a fighter, how do you go about defending and what it looks like when the winner has taken over. All right, because you can look into the mind of a fighter whenever the round is going on, and you can truly tell just basically by his body's language what's truly going on in the fight. I'm going to show you some of the things to look for. You'll be able to appreciate this. So it's getting ready to jump off right now. Jim Lampley himself is talking, but yesterday I made sure that I cut it all the way down. I threw on my Siri, my home pod, and I rocked it because I knew I couldn't enjoy the fight if I had these guys swaying my ear. And I know none of these guys, I don't care who it is, know more about boxing inside that ring than I do. So I knew they couldn't tell me nothing that I ain't want to hear. None of them ever laced them up and did anything when it comes down to going to a gym, being in the ring, working with fighters, walking down the aisle, fighting for titles, doing it. I knew none of those guys know what that feels like, what the process and all the layers of skill. And you can know down here and below when you're watching this post, what you're seeing is some of the things that I break down, how to walk a man down, what that looks like. And if any of you guys out here who are watching, I'm sure some of you guys who have actually joined my academy or been on, okay, we getting ready to get a spot. You understand what I mean when I say walk a man down. It's getting ready to jump off, everybody. So let's get ready to get it stopping. Winner at the end of the night. Yeah, we're gonna do a super cool giveaway. So the winner, I guess the person who truly gets the scorecard the best, is most interactive, will win a free download, Philly Shell Walk a Man Down, which is a cool gift. Let's get ready to get it popping. I want it to be exactly what it is. Those of you who got your scorecards or your pen and paper, give me a thumbs up. We'll get ready to do it at the same time. We're gonna do it perfectly in sync. This is how you do a fight. I'm gonna keep my sound on. I ain't gonna keep it on right here. There we go. It's time to jump off. I'm gonna make sure they can see it a little bit better. Y'all, this was a great fight. I must say that Hagler and those guys, they definitely appreciate the fact that these fighters held it down for the middleweight division. And when it's all said and done, yeah, these boys, they brought the pain that night. What you're seeing right now is a very super stiff jab by Triple G. I'm gonna bring it even a little closer than that. I got it right now. Let me move it right here. Got the jacket on, and I'm also rocking the official Mayweather-Pacquiao. You know what we're gonna get into after this fight is over. Don't act like you don't know. Fight doctor always keep you in the building. Just get a little closer there so you can see it. For those of you who didn't see it, you know we got something special for you. See what you're watching right now, you see Triple G, he popping the jab. But I'm going to also break down some other things that most of you aren't paying attention to during the fight. One of the things that Canelo planned on doing is he didn't only want to throw the punches, but every single time he threw a punch, it was hurting. He was throwing hurting punches. If you watch his arm, he always made it straight when he threw the punch. So that was what you call a totem pole shot. George Foreman was super at it. He used to hit those boys not with jabs. Sonny Liston. If you guys don't know Sonny Liston, go look up Sonny Liston. Sonny Liston used to break guys' teeth out their mouths with jabs alone. Why? Because he used to use the shotgun jab. Now Triple G was boxing, and they say, yeah, Triple G was boxing really good. Yes, he was. But at the same time, you compare his body language to this fight, and his body language this time, the confidence level was on a different level. So check it out. One guy was here to fight. One guy was here to figure it out. But this was a fight. It needed to be two fighters in there fighting. Let's go. And what you see Canelo in right there is a peekaboo. He got his earmuffs on. Earmuffs mean you decide to cover both sides of your face, protecting against all power shots. So understand why Triple G didn't throw more more hooks to the head, because of the simple fact that Canelo, I scored that round. I gave Triple G that round. I ain't gonna keep telling you all the rounds that I gave him, but I gave him that one. And boy, it was a while before he got another one from me. I will tell you that much. But earmuffs mean I'm here to fight with you. You get in the earmuffs, you tuck them elbows, and shots come here, and shots come here. You gotta make sure you cover those earlobes. Don't let them get that eardrum, because they can ring your bell. The guys got good hooks, they'll go around that eardrum. They're masters. And there's a method, and there's also a data breakdown to everything that you do. There's a counter to it. Canelo said, I'm going to walk in here in the pocket with you. So all of that stuff you throw, I'm going to get inside of it. And then I'm going to see if you can handle these punches I got for you tonight. That was kind of like the whole night. Let's see what it goes down. Now Triple G was pretty plotting, you know. He was kind of confused. But watch how Canelo's elbow is turned over straight every time he throws that shot. That's saying I'm throwing hurting punches. Those are like totem poles. And if you look at the damage on Triple G's face after the fight, I don't want to sound biased. I just want to break down what's happening. Lumps were everywhere. those are from those tight punches, hurting punches. He punching from the feet. Triple G would tell you the truth. He'd tell you what it felt like. Even till this day, he's feeling those shots. See, check him out now. Watch how he's boxing. Watch how he's moving. He's fighting off his back foot so he can't generate power. See that shot? Canelo's punching for real. His uppercuts, his hooks, they all have stank on them. Hooks to the body. Totem pole jabs. Shotgun jabs. Hurting punches. Every single time. He never took his foot off the gas. He was there to fight. He was there to challenge Triple G. Triple G is boxing. But the thing about it is his language that was coming off of his body wasn't, I'm confident, I'm boxing your eyes off, like the way that Sugar Ray Robinson used to do those guys. When Sugar Ray Robinson was boxing you, he was boxing you. He was in control. You weren't coming up on him. He was tapping you to the chin. He was tapping you with hooks. He was keeping you in a place. He was keeping you at bay. You was feeling everything. See, good combination. He had the expression on his face right there that he wanted to do something. He was talking to him with his eyes, the expression. I'm talking about Triple G. See, that is the look that he didn't keep all night. When he started feeling these shots there, you see that uppercut to the belly, solar plex shot? He was taking anger out of Triple G. Man, Canelo has a solid head. That's one thing for sure. Because some of them shots, these are the punches that knock some of these guys out that Triple G bumped heads with before. But the difference is, this boy here is a unicorn. He's not a dog. He's not a thoroughbred. Canelo's a unicorn. He's a rare breed. He's a bad dude. He changed the whole complexity of the fight. The approach that he took and he decided to take this time was, look, last time I was showing you, giving you different looks, and they didn't score it. Because in all actuality, Canelo thought he won the fight because he thought they scored ring generalship, effective aggression, and different components, defense. All of those things are supposed to be scored. He showed him 50 different looks in that fight. He caught, picked, parried, he countered, led, banged, used the ring. He thought those things were going to be scored. So, you know, you could understand. Sometimes, if you're a fighter, you got to make sure you do this. You got to make sure you know who your judges are, and you got to know how they judge, because that's what you're going to give them that night. This is the responsibility of the coach, to know how you're going to have to execute your game plan. See, Triple G, those are good jabs. Good stuff right there. That's how you got to do. But then he should have threw that right hand and then a left hook to the body. It's easy to say it because he felt that Canelo was going to counter him, but you got to know how to change the speed up on the punches. It's boom, 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 boom. And then you time that and see what he gonna do, pop, pop, and come up here because he gonna counter with the hook. So you pop out, boom, and then you stick it and slide around, pop, keep him back at bay. That's a combination, and it's like I said, as the cornerman, you got to be able to explain that to him once he gets there. Abel didn't tell him to throw it that way. That's why he had so much trouble getting off that body shot. He didn't know how to throw it in that situation, that scenario. Why? Because he did not have Canelo's timing down, and Canelo was consistently feinting with head feints. Check him out when he do it. Shoulder feints, feinting with his hands. He was fighting brilliant. I was giving him these rounds from the simple aspect that he did so many things that most people don't know what they were looking at. His boxing IQ is much, much greater than any other middleweight outside of Demetrius Andrade. You know, Charlo, he doesn't show me different looks. That's the thing about him. He's super good offense, but I haven't seen him be tested yet. So we got to see what he does when the angles change. So I don't know. Can you get in there with Canelo and bump with him? He does a lot. He knows a lot. He showed me a lot of angles, and this is the highest level. See, he touching him. Triple G can box, man. That's one thing he showed me. He can use his boxing skills, but he missed a lot of big shots. But he was very timid, and even in the third round, he was laboring for air. But he was boxing. But he was boxing off of his back leg. It's hard to give a guy a lot of credit when he's not doing what he wants to do. He didn't want to be boxing. He wanted to be toe-to-toe bumping, winning, and breaking Canelo down mentally. And that's what he didn't do. Canelo throwing some hard shit. Look at there. I mean, he's literally laboring for his win. And you can't score the fight for that guy that round because that ain't the guy you want it to be. So no matter what happens throughout the round, even though Canelo won that round, you can't score it because that guy ain't the one that looks like the champion. You got to understand there are different things you got to look for as a judge. When it's all said and done, which guy would you rather have been when the rounds are close? And 4 rounds have passed, but this is the 4th. 2 out of these 3, I'd rather been Canelo. Now, the difference in the way they're throwing their punches, just the difference in the way they're throwing their punches. One guy's throwing it like, I'm the bully. One guy's throwing it like, well, I'm going to try to stand up to the bully. You cannot, you cannot give extra credit for almost doing it the right way. See, and it's a funny thing how biased HBO is. They continue showing shots that Triple G was throwing and landing, but they never emphasize how well Canelo was landing his punches. They didn't do it in this fight, nor did they do it in the other fight. So, like I said, they play to a certain audience, and you got to know how to depict that. I'm an expert at this shit. Look at that. And Canelo's still fighting on the flat, the balls of his feet. And as every time he he throws a shot, he steps on it. That means he's sitting down on them punches. He's hitting them with shotguns here, shotguns here. All of those punches, man, those he's punching like the guys did from the 30s and 40s. The Ezra Charles, those guys like Jersey Joe Walcott. Man, Canelo is a student of the game. I hope y'all don't get it twisted and think just because a guy has a slick style that he can get in there and bump with Canelo. Canelo is a fucking verb. He's not playing. You don't get in the ring and beat an Arislan Laura and Austin Trout and then go in here and bump with Triple G, and then you think this dude ain't the real deal. This dude is the real deal. He shows you clearly what he does with cats that walk in there without a solid chin like Amir Khan. You know what I'm saying? He takes them straight to the grocery store, the cereal aisle, Fruit Loops, out of here. Look at that. Those kind of jabs, man, they leave your head, they leave your skull cracked. Triple G's worse for wear probably today than he was the next day. Trust me, if he's telling the truth, just look at some of those pictures that were taken of him after the fight. That those kind of bruises, that's what you call desecrating your wellness. Good hook. Canelo knows how to punch, man. I don't know if Chavez came over there and gave him some lessons on how to sit down on punches, but he also will throw combinations and he'll mix his punches up. Triple G, I think a lot of the guys, look at there, he liver shot, he bent him. I think a lot of people gave Triple G punches for doing this, but they didn't give him. They didn't pay attention to this. The lack of focus, the lack of confusion, the lack of uncertainty, the language in what he was doing. It wasn't just that. Canelo, to me, just landed much more clean, too many more clean shots that were just, those are the shots I want to land on a person. The shots that Triple G landed, he landed a lot of good shots. But the difference is, those aren't the choice shots that I care to land on a person the way I want them to land. I want them to land like this. I want you to be crooked when I'm finished with you. You know what I'm saying? Those weren't the shots that Canelo was getting hit with. Canelo will get hit and punch him back. He started and then finished. So what that means is you never let a guy finish. Even though he might get off on you first, you will let him throw the shot. You counter, he shoot, you counter back. Bam, you let him know you ain't got nothing on me, man. Everything you bring, that shit ain't gonna be enough. There you go. Mayweather Pacquiao too. Let's get it. Look at that, man. He was just, those shots, man, he was just hitting them extremely hard every time. Each one of those punches could have been the last punch you hit a guy with before he had nightmares about you. That's what I was scoring. What you looking at? What you saying, my man? I can't see what you're saying. But if it's something real important, hit the love button so I can tell the difference. Bam! He was standing his ground there, but pay attention to his eyes and watch him constantly do like this. He was gasping. He was feeling that pain. Like Tyson said, they always got a game plan. But I guarantee you this, I promise you this. None of the shit that Triple G did that night, boxing-wise, did he plan to do. All of that, he was abstract. He thought he was going to be in there walking on top of Canelo. And Canelo was making a statement, like, where you at? He did this several times during the fight. Like, where you at? Thought you came to fight. Thought you came to get in the phone booth. See, that's how you know who the real bully is. You can beat guys, man. You can beat dogs up. You can beat cats up. You can beat lions up. But you can't beat no fucking unicorn. Not like that. And this dude came from 54. You used to beating these guys up that'll never get to fight and beat a guy that's above a B. You can beat B and C level fighters, but you get in there, rematch Daniel Jacobs would love to get that work again. Would you think Abel trying to get that work? I don't think you think Abel trying to get that work. Like I said, I ain't biased. I just call it like I see it. I gave Canelo a tough time before he fought Erislandy Lara. When he fought Erislandy Lara, I knew he was the real deal. Because that boy ran, like, not run, I mean literally like track meet ran. And he cut the ring off on him. By the 9th round, Erislandy Lara was bloody to death. And fighting for his life. That's when I knew Canelo was the real deal, because he just looked like the champ. Even though Erislandy Lara was running, he was unwaved. You could not waver him. He was coming to get that ass. Good work. And see, Triple G was fighting. But that son of a gun, his facial expression still was like, I thought this dude was a junior middleweight. I thought we signed a contract with a junior middleweight, and you finally got in there in the ring and you found out that bitch really had been eating cows for like 6 or 7 years. He been a middleweight. He just had to grow into the division. because the dexterity of your bones, your density, calcium levels, all of those things change when you go up that 6 and 7 pounds, people. You don't think just because you can walk around in the street and weigh 5 pounds less than the dude and beat him, but it's different when you can't slam them or get to the side and tie them up. In boxing, it's just these. 7 pounds is a lot. You just punching. And when the guy start walking on top of you and putting that pressure, he bringing that heat. You start tasting them kibbles and bits. You gotta know, man, those are poles, man. You can't tell me. I'm glad y'all guys can't really hear that fight. So you can't hear these boys swaying you. Now you really can see what's really going down. I'm glad y'all in the building with us. Master Boxing, stand up. If you want to really learn that science, stay on this page. Look at that. Yeah, if you wonder why I'm looking up here like that, I'm looking at the fight on the TV, but I had to give it to you stream right here live. But it's playing at the exact same time. Look at it. Look at the intent. Look at the language on Canelo's punches. Just watch. I ain't even gonna pick out a punch. Just look. Any punch he throws, the language on that shit. He was like, I'm punching you, and calling him a name at the same time. That's how you want your fighter to look. Abel Sanchez said it best. Triple G didn't do what I wanted them to do. Evidently, he saw some things in there he didn't like, so he wouldn't give me what I needed. And he wouldn't. You know why? Because Canelo was punching his ass with that heat, and he didn't want no smoke. You talk that shit. Those punches that usually work with people, that overhand hook that he throws and hits you on top of the head with, they usually rock and buckle guys. But look at them calves on Canelo. Canelo got fat boy calves that done trained and cut his weight down. And he could take that stuff. And he got that Mexican bone. You know, he couldn't do nothing with that boy. Come on, let's see what you got, G. If you fight him again, he gonna knock him out. That body, he can't take them kind of punches again. This is the anti-HBO channel. And just so y'all know, Canelo was signed with Showtime before. So Triple G became their #1 darling, so they protecting him as well. Just like they used to do Manny Pacquiao. Look how that played out. Once he got knocked out by Marquez, it was like, all right, let's get ready. It's about time to cut ties with this dude. The invincibility is gone. But Pacquiao, that dude, now he ready to get that smoke. Mayweather Pacquiao too. Look at that, he chasing him. Canelo controlled the center of the ring. He basically is the sponsor for Tecate beer. Because he stood on that thing all night long. Mayweather Pacquiao too. Let's get that work. There you go. Man, he was hitting that dude. Canelo was hitting that boy, and every time he punched him, them things was stopping him. Ugh. That's when you hitting him. You putting them candy yams on that boy. I'm glad y'all in the building. Who you think winning? If y'all didn't see the fight, drop down in the comment box. Who winning right now? You sound like all that stuff you heard out in social media. 33 press row drunk guys who are all, they had their scorecards filled out before they got there. If you think Canelo didn't do enough to win this fight, you crazy. Listen to this commentary and tell me that it didn't. Look at him. He laboring like hell. How can you look at that and think this is the winner? This dude had none of the signs of the way that the champ looked. You put these guys in the fight, after the fight, and watch every move and emotion during that fight. And you tell me who you think the winner is. You don't even have to watch the fight. the trainer. Even Abel was like, he gave it up more than anybody. He was just like, yo, my fighter didn't do what he needed to do. I was trying to get him to do stuff. That's a frustrated trainer. Canelo just, I'm gonna do a demonstration. Y'all watch next week. I'm gonna show you in the gym, in the middle of the ring, the difference in they punching. Cause Triple G don't know how to sit on his punches. He just heavy-handed. And he heavy-handed than a motherfucker. But he ain't sitting on them punches. He ain't sitting on them. Oh, look at that, man. He getting moved. Let's see what you got, boy. Let's see what you got, boy. He trying that overhand hook to the top of the head. That'll hit you in the cranium. That'll daze you really good. Buckle your legs, you know what I'm saying, and shake the brain so the brain can't correspond with the legs. And then the legs are kind of boo, 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 boo. They give you that shaky leg. You know, you won't go down, but it'll buckle you. And then, you know, you can throw that hook, bam, after that, and then you can really get them out of there. Or start the process. But the only thing that Canelo got to learn how to do now is get behind that shoulder and that shell and start, like I said in the video, walking a man down. Right now, this is the perfect time that he'll start. 7th round, the second half. What he needs to do is get behind that shoulder, and anything that he throws from the right-hand side, deflect that and come back to the body. And boom, bam. Mayweather did it against Zab Judah. Check it out. YouTube it. If this is tomorrow, I'll be done probably found the link and put it in there so you can see what it looks like. Or those who are most interactive on this post, you will get Walking a Man Down download for free. I'll choose you. Once I choose you, I'll message you. Once I message you, you got to make sure you go up to the site, subscribe, and then you'll get it. And it's a 3 hour, no, it's 2 hours. That one's 2 hours. 2 hours, over 2 hours worth of just serious smoker material. The content is A level in comparison to shop and stores you shop at is Saks Fifth Avenue. Let's get it. Them boys bumping. I really like Canelo. He's earned my respect. He wants somebody that I thought was going to be as good as he ended up being. But he just, Triple G does not look like no bully here. He looks like the one getting bullied. Let's get this work. Master Boxing's layer. We always in the building. We always giving you different looks too. Check that timeline out, boy. What's up, fam? Oh yeah, I see. Thanks for putting that link there, bro. My man. Appreciate that. That's how you walk a man down. But the real walk a man down download is up there on the site. I'm gonna put the link up there. Y'all click and check that out and see what it looked like. One of y'all, yeah, they 40% off tonight if you don't win. But for those who win, that one, the person who wins, interactive. Be interactive. I'll pick you. I'll hit you up. I like giving shit away. Boom! Canelo is a nasty mom boy. Shut your mouth. That boy is a problem. Let's get it. Let me raise it up.
15 seconds.
I'm gonna put this up a little bit higher so the guys can see it. Right there, they can see it better. Because I see all the comments is in the way. Ooh! Yeah, it's about 15 seconds behind, but you know what? It's still all good. The boys, be sure to take this and share this to your timeline too. Or tag your friends. Those who tag will get the download. That's what I'll do. Everybody who leaves a tag inside the comment box that you tag somebody, you'll get the download. 2 hours of knowing and learning how to do the Philly shell and walking a man down. And you know I got the hottest shit out there. Period. Let's get this work. Man, that boy laboring like hell. He cannot catch his breath to save his life. You know why? Because he didn't train for this fight. He trained to walk forward. Let me explain the difference between walking forward and being walked down. The first fight, you can tell that Canelo Alvarez was being walked down because he was exhausted by the fourth round. That's exactly the difference between being walked down and walking a man down. When you fighting off of your back foot, it takes more work, it takes more lung. That's why Ali was the greatest heavyweight, because he fought off his back foot, but he fought off his back foot and he stayed in control. That's the difference. The difference in what these guys are doing. When they getting pressed back, they can't do that. But Ali used to run 8, 9, 10 miles as a heavyweight every day. When you having to push a guy off of you, keeping him off of you, he putting mental pressure. So Triple G stayed energetic through the whole first fight because he never had the resistance of Canelo pulling and pushing back on him. This fight, Canelo stood in front of him and then walked forward, and it was a lot different this time. His ass had to fight off that back foot. The boy was leaning on top of him. Oh, he felt. Look at it. He tried to throw that overhand hook. He got a good overhand hook, but I'm telling you, that boy head, Canelo is 27. His bones is strong. His chin is strong. His beard, strong. Them punches, he's still learning. He's still getting better. He's getting better. Charlo, whoever know him, you better. It just because you can box these B and C level guys, does not mean you're gonna perform the same way when you get to this level. Julian Williams thought that he was gonna do the same thing he'd been doing to them other guys until he got in the ring with Charlo. But then he realized there are levels when you get to the elite status. When you get in there at the level of Canelo, it's not about just the skills. It's that mental fortitude, how to transfer and connect your conditioning, how to hold and pace yourself. Because you're going to get excited. But Charlo ain't getting them kind of rounds in. That's the thing. When you get to the 7th and the 8th against Canelo, and he done been in there with Floyd. He done been in there with Aris Landalore. Those are two of the greatest boxers you will ever be in the ring with. And then he did that thing in there with Triple G, 24 rounds of that. Yeah, look, it is not like it looks when you go in there against the unicorn people. That dude is something different. Triple G has been knocking guys out. He even dropped Daniel Jacobs. He ain't come close to knocking down Canelo, wobbling him or nothing. What does that say about his chin? Like Tyson said, when I'm right, my chin is like concrete. That's what happens when you're a real, true, solid blood Mexican. That's a stiff jab. I won't even give him G these rounds. I'm gonna be real. Just because you fight a little more don't mean I gave you the round. Because every hard punch you threw, Canelo threw too. You threw other punches, but I gotta score the language of your punches. If you were punching to knock somebody out, now I gotta give him. He rallied. And he trying to hit him on top of the head. Sometimes people just got a different kind of head. Canelo got a different kind of head, cause that shit won't phase him. Yeah. We're trying. That stuff work with them sparring partner. But he ain't got no sparring partner like Canelo. What's up? We're in the double digits with people. It's good. So welcome to Master Boxing. We scoring the fight. Let me tell you my scorecard after I get done. No, I ain't. Oh, Lee, if you did do a score, send it to Master Boxing LLC@gmail.com after the fight. You'll win a download. Good work. My TV is a little bit ahead. They must have cut this one short in between one of the rounds. Let me see what's going on. Oh yeah, these boys bumping. And see the thing about that, I like when Canelo did that, cause he didn't do it like he was bitching. He was doing it like, man, don't hit me. Oh, I'm about to get this work. I like the way he did it. He didn't do it like he trying to get a break or trying to get saved by the ref. He doing it like, I'm about to punch him. He used that Philly shell. You watch how he got behind his shoulder. He used that thing like Archie Moore, the old mongoose. He back in the days with the boys in the 40s and 50s. Yeah, he the real deal. I don't know. You think Charlo just gonna take this dude to the bank? Or you just gonna go in there and dominate Canelo? Triple G couldn't dominate Canelo. You know what I'm saying? Arislanda Laura couldn't dominate him. The only man that dominated Canelo was the best boxer in this entire era. 20 years plus in the game. Straight. And Money Man was a whole different skill set. That was a lesson. But he never let anybody make him look like that again. And it ain't nobody out there that can make him look like that again. But that boy dense from head to toe. They're just so surprised. He got something similar to Carlos Monzon. He knew how to walk forward under any circumstances. He breathing like somebody took his oxygen and he was 93 years old. And he just climbed up some stairs. That's what I'm looking at. I'm not just scoring. I'm looking at the fighter too. Who looks like the bully? Who's doing what they want to do? That matters, man. The guy who's doing what he wants to do is got red hair. If it wasn't for that one cut that he got from that short uppercut that he also rolled, he wouldn't have had a bruise on his face. I'm looking at everything, man. In a fight of this magnitude, I got to judge it from everything I see. How many forward steps is Triple G taking? And he wants to, because that's the way he fight. It's just like asking Tyson not to throw hard punches. That's when he told him he turned him. He did a step around. That's all Canelo need to learn how to do. Just for you guys who are in the boxing or who really admire boxing, or if you're coaches or if you're a fighter, one of the things that Canelo did in the 10th round, the beginning of the 10th round, where he threw a shot and then rotated his hips and spin off, he was on the side. You can watch our fighters do that on our timeline. You go down there and you can watch us. That's sidestepping, and then what you call breaking around. So he break around and you can catch him on the solar plex and then straight across over the top with a pivot. That's all Canelo needs to do more of. If he would have done more of that with Triple G, good night, because he was asking to get put out of there. You just got to make sure you know how to do it. And knocking a person out ain't always how hard you hit them. Knocking a person out is a systematic method. That's what it is. So go ahead and hit your hearts if that's a real serious comment you're making. But dude, you got to understand the science of angles and turning and rotation and shift and delivery of momentum and using the other guy's body weight against them. And once you make them turn, we call it turning that corner. Once you turn that corner, whop, you can catch them under the bottom. Boom! You know what I'm saying? You catch them here, solar plex shot. That sternum area opens up when you make that little pivot around to the side. Go down the timeline, look at some of the footwork. Anything like, just type in footwork master boxing. You'll see those drills, man. Our shit ain't playing. You ask those boys in Master Boxing Academy. That's our Facebook group. You gotta sign up for that. You can't get in that free. Canelo was very impressive. I was worried when I saw the therapeutic tape on him. I thought he probably had some stuff going on with his legs, but his legs definitely. And that could have been one of the reasons why he decided not to even move around the ring at all. You never know. The thing about me is I'm impressed by the fact that he knew what to do with his leg in a scenario, if that was the case. So just remember, make sure you go out to the site. You know, I don't know all this stuff just for nothing. That walk a man down video for those who are coaches or you run gyms, it's 40% off right now. Just had to throw that out there at you. Didn't want to leave that out. Philly Shell. I'll make sure I put the link there, so check back, because if you're a coach, you know you really need that work. But Canelo, man, I'm super impressed. Mayweather Pacquiao too. I'm just saying. I'll let your boy. Let's put that work in. You gotta love this sport, man. To train to do what Canelo did, the way he did it, to have the punch variation that he does, is absolutely, it's just absolutely commendable for a fighter to have such a ring IQ at the age he's at. He's still in his 20s. He reminds me of a little bit of Andre Ward with his variety of attacks, and he's a counterpuncher, and he changed that. I love the way he throws his punches too. He even take a punch good. I mean, when you take a punch, he come back in one whole second. You don't even know if you landed a punch on him, because he's just ready to go. He's ready to go. Triple G was sucking air and being rocked. Thanks, Max Kellerman. Even though y'all, I don't know what it was, man. It was just such a pro Triple G crowd there, man. It was just, now I ain't depicting what you guys are watching, but I just think you're overlooking the language in which those punches were being thrown. It ain't one punch, it ain't 1 3-minute period of time that Triple G's language said, I'm winning this round. Every single round, even the ones he won, he didn't look in his face. His language, the story of the fight was Canelo. He did not look like, I won this round. I'm about to take this fight. I'm the champ. I'm about to get this work. He never looked like that guy. Canelo never stopped looking like that guy. Like I said, this ain't a biased Canelo. This is just a bias for people who don't understand what you need to look for when it comes down to scoring a fight. When two guys train in the camp, I done been in so many damn camps, I can't even count them if I tried. With mine, your hands, and your grandma's. I know how much work it takes. And when you can get into the ring and you can go to battle and you can do what these guys have to do in the ring, and then you don't get credit for it because you done trained so high, your skill set is such a high level that people don't even know what the hell they seeing, that's a problem. So I'm making sure that I start making content for judges to understand what it is. So anytime you see one of my videos, make sure you share it, because we need to make sure the judges are seeing some of the stuff when if they identify with skills, because they get judged and taught and go to clinics for judges, but they don't understand skills. They don't understand how to appreciate it. Anytime you see a master boxing video, share that joint, tag somebody. This ain't just for me, this is for the sport, because until then, this is what I'm doing. I'm proactive. The community is going to have a voice. We're going to soon be tweeting out so many numbers that they're going to have to soon start taking that the people's poll, the final vote on fights that are a draw. Trust me, that's where we're going. Anything I set out to do, I've done it. And believe me, that's one of the things, sooner or later, when scorecards go to draws, they're going to eventually start using the public's opinion as a deciding vote. It might take 5 years, but it's going to happen. And believe me, you're going to have it on video that I said it and you are part of the beginning. I actually started this a few years back. Back at it again. Mayweather Pacquiao too. Just saying. Let's get this work. They go on battle. I give the 12th round. I think the 12th round, I gave every round to Canelo basically that I looked at. I gave your boy like 3 rounds, 2 rounds, 3 rounds, and that's honest. I don't give a shit what nobody say. Nobody out there is at the status where they can say your scorecard is wrong, because this is what I do every day, 24 hours a day, and I'm just saying I know so much. It's almost detrimental to my my compadres, but I also can explain it line by line. Look at this work. That's good stuff right there. I appreciate it. I appreciate everything that these boys did. They went to camp. For Triple G to hold up the way he did in the fight, I must not overlook that he survived and took it. A lot of powerful shots. His face showed the wherewithal, and the fact that he was tired from the 4th round on, extremely tired from the 4th round on, showed me how bad he really wanted that fight. He just didn't do enough to me to win. I don't care. I don't really want to argue in the comment box. I'm not going to do that. But if you do want to learn some stuff, you know where you can go. The .com. Them boys is bumping though. What middleweight do you think can get in there and do what these guys are doing at the level they doing it at? Who? You think Billy Joe Saunders wants some of that smoke? I don't think so. Neither one of these guys is there to be messed with. Who else? I know Demetrius Andrade is one of the guys that can get in there and do stuff because he know and understands the illusion, the angles. He's clinical. He's tough. He's crafty. He's confident. He's brash. He know how to use the ring. He can fight going forward. He can fight going backwards. He can fight going in circles. He can go toe to toe, mano a mano. He can counter. He can lead. He's long. He's fast. He got power. He brings smoke. He talks shit. He got it all. He's a savage package. But Canelo does the same thing. He can bring that heat. So it ain't gonna be somebody gonna get in there and smoke Canelo. I ain't gonna ever bet against him. I ain't gonna never get it because he keep getting better. Everybody else has reached their pinnacle. Most of them. Canelo has continuously gotten better. Every fight he's showing you a different wrinkle. And the thing about it is he's doing it with all A-level fighters now. That's not, you can't just say that. These boys is bumping. That's the end of that fight. I'm looking at it, it's like 50 seconds to go. Let me see. Yeah, that's done. It's a good fight, man. So I hope you guys enjoy what we watched tonight. And I'm glad you guys tuned in with me over here at Master Boxing. But those who just chimed in, drop your scorecards down there. We're going to pick at least probably 4 people to give them the free Walk You Down download, which is under the Philly Shell moniker. I don't know what chapter that is in, that Walk You Down, how to walk a man down. But I'm going to show you, Coach Bradley, how to walk a man down. Trust me, when you see it, you're going to understand why we got 41,000 page likes and 43,000 followers on just this page alone, because we are the HBO of fucking boxing. Let's get this work. Thank you guys for watching. Like I said, go up to the website, subscribe if you haven't, and make sure you get your scorecard for the next super fight that jumps off. We're going to keep you in the game. Be sure to share and like the post. Everybody who tags somebody in this video will get the Philly Shell download, which contains Walk a Man Down. As I must repeat, if you want to see something hot, that's hot. We got you covered. Share the post. Be blessed and Godspeed. Until the next time we do this, baby, we out. What's up, RA? Peace. Mayweather Pacquiao too. Just saying.